Hey folks, you can probably tell it's another gloomy, rainy day here in the Bay Area. So you've probably seen my brother's video or somebody else reposting my brother's video about our idea. That's not really our idea, but it's an inspired one to focus on everything we can possibly do to take the three special election seats for the House of Representatives and take those back from the Republicans. This would give Democrats control of the House. This would remove Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House and install Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker of the House. And what this would do is give Democrats the power and the possibility of um, stemming the damage that Trump and Elon Musk are doing to the executive branch of our government and to our country. So I've seen tons of people saying, those are red districts, like lots of hopeless comments, never going to happen, and all this kind of stuff. You're free to feel that way. That's great. Um, don't participate. But what I can tell you is that if there is a 5% chance of that happening, I'm going to do everything I possibly can to try to make that a reality. And we are not dealing in a normal climate of just red versus blue. Elon Musk is going after our money, our taxpayer dollars, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, VA benefits. He's systematically rooting his way through the Treasury, and he plans to take that money, as much of it as he possibly can. This is the person that has taken more money from our government than probably any individual that's ever lived, and he's benefited greatly from it. So he knows what this is all about. Except this time it's not in government contracts, it's in just outright thievery from the American people. Um, and Donald Trump has given him the authority to do that. That's what we want to stop. That is the thing that initially is going to hurt the most people right out of the gate. And so when I say this is no longer red versus blue, this is an us versus them situation in the sense that I don't care what side of politics you're on, you are going to be hurt by this. And the people that live in Florida in these districts and in New York in that district are going to be hurt by this if they haven't been already just through disruption and chaos. That's that gives me a feeling of possibility that some of these people might wake up to that. Some of them may have already woken up to that and they don't want it. Nobody voted for this. I mean, they did, but they didn't. They didn't really vote for Elon Musk to just walk into the Treasury Department and start, you know, doing his bidding. If you read Project 2025 and you studied and you listened to what they told you, then you did vote for this. But I think it's surprising a lot of people. And the goal is to reach those people in those districts and stop it and let them know that there is a way to stop it. I don't think this is going to be done by, you know, hoarding tons of money and creating political advertisements and in this traditional way. I don't think that's the way to do it. That might help, but I honestly think this is about grassroots organization, um, kind of boots on the ground, knocking on doors, talking to people like they're actual people, not like a politician talks to people. And, you know, I really got um, inspired by AOC for this. I watched her live the other day. She is an incredibly smart human being, very inspiring. She's incredibly emotionally regulated, and as a result of that, extremely effective. And I want to stress the point, like in her talk, she talked about the very first thing to do is to self-regulate. It's the most powerful thing you can do. And if that's all you can do, at least do that because that's going to help you. Um, because you can't do this kind of work in an overwhelmed, sympathetic, or shut down dorsal state. It's not going to work. So the caveat to all of this is that if you have capacity for some part in this, some kind of participation, that's great. If you don't have capacity, honor that. It's really important that you honor that. Um, and it's to the naysayers, it's like my feeling is that there are so many people feeling helpless and hopeless and stuck and powerless and victimized. This is a way to snap out of that mentality. You know, AOC, to borrow a phrase from AOC, she says, lock in people. This is going to be a long ride. And if we lock in and allow ourselves to do what we can do in every moment, no matter how um, impossible it seems, it's going to change how we feel. It's going to change how we show up. It's going to change how we respond to the onslaught of terrible things that these people are doing, because it's not over by a long shot. But in 60 days, we could completely paralyze the House of Representatives from doing anything. And then when the New York election, special election happens, the Democrats could take over the House. That is a fact. Everybody's saying, well, Elon's going to steal this and the voting machines. You know what? What are you going to do? Just give up? Just say, screw it. We're done. We're not done. We're not done. If we try this and it doesn't work, we're still not done. We cannot be done. This is not um, a climate where you just throw up your hands and give up. It's not an option. Not for me, anyways. Maybe it is for some of you, but I think for the great majority of us, it's not. It's not something that we want to give into. That we want to just um, surrender our rights and and our freedoms to this administration. So stay tuned. Go check out that post on my brother's page. Um, we're going to start gathering information, gathering people. Um, Kyle's going to help us. He's a lot smarter at this than we are. We don't know what we're doing. I'll be purely honest. This is like, but if I counted the number of things I've done successfully in my life that I didn't know how to do, or I started not knowing what I was doing, it's an incredibly long list. And we don't need to know what we're doing. We'll figure it out. But time is a factor. And we have nothing to lose by trying this. Nothing. And everything to gain. Literally. So if you're on board with it, um, check out my brother's page. Scroll down a little bit to his video. I'll tag him here. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's do something.